Hi everybody, my name is Brittany.
And I'm Kellen, and we are from The Savvy Couple.
Today we are going to teach you how to stop living paycheck to paycheck, and all you need is our simple budget tracker.
And we're going to link that first comment down below, and this is exactly what we used to set up our budget when we were paying off our debt. We had $25,000 worth of student loan debt, and we paid it off in 5 months. So, super excited to show you and teach you how to budget your money as simple as possible. It's going to be quick and easy. We're going to do an overhead view and kind of go through an example budget below. And make sure you grab the simple tracker now.
Alright guys, I have my simple budget tracker here printed out and ready to go. I have my pen, my paper, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So income one would be either your husband or your wife's income. So the first income that we have is $1,500, and the second income that we have is $3,500 for the month. So other income is the next category, and in this box you could put any money that you make on the side through side hustles or through any other type of income that came in that's not accounted for in your paycheck. So this month example, we're just going to put 0 to keep it simple. So our total income that we're working with this month is a total of $5,000. So the next thing that we want to do is to start breaking down our expenses up here in this box. So we want to think about it in kind of stages or categories to keep things really simple. So the first thing you want to think of is obviously everything that is involved with your home and your rent. So this is going to be your rent or your mortgage. So I'm just going to put home and rent. So then moving on to the next category, you see that we have budget and actual. So you want to start with how much you have budgeted for that month. So this is a fixed expense. It doesn't change throughout the month. Our next category down when thinking about our home is our utilities. And that has to do with things with our gas and our electric in our house. And for this family, it costs them $150 a month budgeted. And to also think about their home, an expense that's not going to change is their internet bill. That is going to be $75 for this month. The next thing we're going to focus on is everything that has to do with our car or transportation. So this family has a car payment every month, and that's a fixed expense that's not going to change, which is $300 a month. They have car insurance. That comes out to be $150 every month. And then a variable expense or something that's going to fluctuate is their gas and fuel, but they're going to budget around $200 a month for their gas. Next, we want to think about your food and your kids. So your groceries, this family has a budget of $500. Restaurants, because you don't want to not go out occasionally now and then, and they have budgeted $200 for the restaurants. And they also send their kids to childcare, which has a fixed expense of $1,000 each month.
Alright guys, Kellen here, and I just want to stop real quick and just make a comment on budget and how you come up with these numbers. So this is going to be just an overall estimate, as close as possible to what you think you spend each month in each category. And we kind of stopped at this point in the video to explain that your home, your transportation, and your food are your 3 biggest categories when you're spending your money each month. So if you can focus on those 3 categories, those are the ones that eat up a majority of your budget each month, probably close to 50 to 60% of your family's budget. So those are the 3 categories you really want to focus in on. Make sure you get those numbers as close as possible and see where you can save money on those.
Alright, I'm back. So we are going to talk about next is your giving, because it's always good to give back and make sure that you are paying it forward. So this family gives $100 through donations every month. The next category is savings, which is so important because you want to make sure that you have a good emergency fund saved up for anything that happens, any type of emergency that would come up, whether that would be your fridge breaks, you need new brakes on your car. So you want to make sure you have room in your accounts, that there's nothing to stress about, that you have this budgeted for, it's in there, you have the money, and you don't have to pull from any other category or put it on a credit card. So the next thing is entertainment. And these are kind of other categories that are going to change throughout the month. So entertainment, whether that's going out to the movies or doing fun things around your town, they have $100 budgeted. We like to have husband and wife fun money. This is where you have your own kind of money that you can play with throughout the month, that you can kind of feel free to spend some money. So they both have $100. So the next account would be their Netflix subscription. And this is $15 every month. They have a gym membership, which costs them $60 a month. And then they have their cell phones, which their plan is going to be $100 a month. So when you go back and add all of your budgeted expenses up, it comes to the total of $4,900.
All right, so now that we have our budgeted accounts all down and they are as close to what the actual amount is going to be at the end of the month, now we're at the end of the month, we're going to gather up all of our bills. And in our budgeting binder, we actually have a tracker to help you do this. It's a daily tracker that you can track all of your expenses throughout the month to make coming back through and putting your actual amounts in much faster and more efficient. But we're going to go through all the actual amounts here. Britt's going to write them in. So this family, they spent $1,500 on their home and rent because that, again, is a fixed expense, and a fixed expense is one that does not move from month to month. Their next one is their utility bill. That one was $150 as well. Next is their internet, and again, that's another fixed expense for the home, $75. We're going to move down to car payment, which was $300. Their car insurance was $150. So far, these are all pretty much fixed expenses except that utility bill. The gas, we spent $175 on gas, so they saved $25 on the gas that they budgeted. Now we're going to move to groceries, where the family spent $550. So they're a little bit over, but nothing crazy, and we can kind of make that up throughout the rest of the budget here. Next was restaurants, and out of the $200, they only spent $100, so they only went out a couple times, hit the fast food. We all love our fast food. Now, next is childcare. That stayed fixed expense, was $1,000. Moving on to giving, we gave $100, and that's probably on an auto payment, so it gets pulled out each month. Savings again, $250, and that savings account is really meant to bolster up that emergency fund. We preach that you need to have an emergency fund of $1,000, and you need to do that very first thing. Before anything else you do, you want to build up that emergency fund to $1,000 so you have that buffer. So saving $250 a month for 4 months, $250 is a lot of money for some people. But if you can do that over 4 months, you're going to have $1,000 saved up, and that's going to be your buffer, and it's going to be unreal how much less stress you have with your finances just having that in place. Next is entertainment, and they spent $75. The wife spent $60 out of her $100. Husband sent all $100, and if this was an example of me and Brittany, that's probably how it goes. I usually spend right at that limit or above, and Brittany's always way below. But that's why you have those fun money accounts, so that you can spend the money how you want and kind of treat yourself with the things that you find happiness and joy in, and your wife can do the same. So it works out well when you kind of give each other an allowance like that. Netflix was $15. The gym membership was $60, and the cell phone was $100.
So when we went back and added all these up, we got a total of $4,760 spent that much as their actual expense. So this number is going to get transferred here. So we have a total, I said, $4,760. And now it's a simple equation, taking your total income subtracted from your total expenses, and this family has $240 as the remaining balance.
So something that you can do with that $240, you can add that to your savings account for your emergency fund to really get that built up quickly. Or this is money that you can put towards your debt payment, your snowball, kind of going towards the smallest debt to really get that snowball and debt payoff journey going. So this is money that you have left over after the actual expenses for the month, and money that you should put towards your financial future.
All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you fill out your own budget. Make sure that you grab our simple budget tracker. We'll link it down below. If you like this video, you want to see more, make sure that you subscribe to our channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up.
And hit the notifications, because we're going to be coming at you weekly 2020.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Wish us luck. Another thing, if you are looking for a community of people to help you reach your financial goals in 2020, we have a group, Family Finance Freedom, on Facebook. It's incredible. We have lots of our savvy family members there helping each other and encouraging each other to pay off their debt, budget their money, and achieve that freedom that they're all looking for. All right, guys, this is your year, 2020, to learn how to stop living paycheck to paycheck, budget your money, and pay off your debt. We are here to help you. We want you to become a savvy couple as well. And until next time, take care. See ya.
Hi everybody, my name is Brittany.
And I'm Kellen from the savvycouple.com. Okay, you're up. Go. Go, go, go. Start over. Go.
Hold on.
Wait, is this even...
Whew.
All right, guys, but before you download the tracker, please comment below with what the word budget makes you feel like. So when you hear the word budget, what makes it... All right, guys, so... Look.
Oh.
All right, so until next time, stay savvy.
Stay savvy?
Oh.
What is that? No.
All right, guys, so until next time, we'll see you then. No. What am I saying?
Oh my God.
Why is the outro so awkward?
Since I told you, that's why I waved twice.
All right. 3, 2, 1.